After all is said and done, if we operate with accurate apostolic patterns, we will be present in our habitation. It's a guarantee. And the layout is in the Bible. But when Babylon comes in, Babylon is governed by the spirit of the angel of commerce, and it trades in souls. His goal is that there will be a desolate habitation. Let his habitation be desolate. Let no man dwell therein. But his bishopric, his calling, his assignment, let another take. Meditate on these words deeply. His calling can be reassigned. His bishopric can be reassigned. It's just like someone is in marriage and maybe the husband or the wife dies and there's so much tears. Someone else can fill that office. The pastor dies. Someone else can what? Fill that office. But if it's not present in his habitation, it will remain desolate. And what is the authority behind what they wanted to do? As it is written in the book of Psalms. Are you there? This was what led to the replacement of who? Judas Iscariot. It means Judas Iscariot did not make it to heaven. His habitation. When we get there, you will see this place was meant for Judas. You will see it. And you know that somebody is absent here. So they had to fill up his bishopric. Your habitation will not be desolate. And they brought in Matthias, because Jesus set up a system that was operating to the base number 12. So you will notice that there are some individuals called 144,000. Divided by 12 is what? Because it's base number 12. So we'll need to add somebody else so that it can be 12. Because what we are talking about here is a system that is built according to structural alignment. If you see the people that gave their life to Christ, anytime they preached, it was a certain number. The first time it was how many souls? 3,000 souls. That's structural alignment. They were multiplying. The progression was geometric, not arithmetic. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. Are you with me? Not for today. Not for today. But stay with me. The progression was what? Was geometric. Because of structural alignment. That's the first thing that they did. Second thing that they did is what I want to read, which is Acts chapter 2. From verse number 42. This was their operating system. This was the scope of their operations. They continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and in fellowship and in breaking of bread and in prayers. So they had a 4-point agenda. That's what they did. Apostles' doctrine, I don't have time to explain that. But I have time to show you that doctrine there is singular. It's apostles, that is plural. Oh, you are not with me. Are you with me? I have enough time to show you that. I have enough time to show you that in the book of Hebrews chapter 6, the Bible speaks about the principles, and principles is plural, but doctrine is singular. Don't worry. When we come for apostolic recalibration, it's for pastors, people that are into ministry. We'll start with doctrine. Then we will prove to you how many of you are part of the problem or part of the solution. Through doctrine. Just doctrine. I will show you the 10 levels of the gospel. And then we'll find out what you preach. Then you see the people that are part of the problem. Yes, we need telescopic eyes so that, do you understand? We can see from the strategic level. They continued steadfastly. Notice that these were routines and rituals that never ended. So there was a prayer culture. If you came into their midst, you'll be afflicted with so much prayer that somewhere along the line, you too will pick up the life of prayer. Yes, that's how it was. That's why the Bible says there were people that loved what they were doing, but they never joined them. The reason was because, hey, the moment you enter, there's a mechanical energy that they generate through prayer. Mechanical. It is this mechanical energy that gives life to everything, to their worship, to their evangelism, to their business, to their mechanical energy. They were generating it. It was prayer. You know, we stopped at prayer yesterday. That's why I have to come here to continue. So prayer was their mechanical energy. The prayer wheel kept moving. And as long as it was moving, it could give life to Bible study. It could give life to worship. It could give life. Oh my God. The merchandise that they had was life. But today we have built city churches that is based on customer care and participation. The pastor is so concerned about the alignment of his tie, and it must be silk. Comes with half an entourage. Because the pinnacle of the civilization is man. And that's Babel, that's Babylon. But what Moses went to do on the mount was to peep into something in the heavens, and then to build context and perspective and establish it here so that the dimensions of heaven can begin to operate among the people. So they have mechanical energy that drove everything they did, because they continued. How did they continue? They continued steadfastly. One stroke will not bring that giant down. You need to learn how to prepare for a marathon and not a sprint. Because victory is all about outlasting the devil. So when you learn how to pray large. Because your life will depend on it. You remember yesterday, he spoke a parable to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. So I'd like you to see, if prayer becomes a culture in your life as an individual, in our corporate life as a fellowship, then we are eligible for what I call feedback. Let me show you feedback. Let me show you feedback from verse 43. This is a documentary of feedback. And fear came upon every soul. And that's one, fear. The fear of God was in the company. Are you there? Today there's no fear of God. A pastor can steal, can be a thief, and is boasting. A pastor is caught in immorality. It's trivialized. It's trivialized. You know, these things, we are first men before we are men of God. It's boasting. Can you see that there is a dimension in the heavens that have been trapped here? The fear of God has been trapped among them. The fear of God is not a citizen of the earth, it's a citizen of heaven. But it's trapped among their company. And fear came upon every soul. The revelation of God's awesome holiness hit the camp. This is a version of sociology you cannot find in the textbooks. This is the culture of heaven.